These are the 5 worst snacks you shouldn't be eating. For number 5, we got Chips Ahoy. These are literally fake cookies that's proven to make you feel hungry after you eat them. So you're pretty much eating these for no reason and gaining weight in the process. For number 4, we got Oreos. Now you can't be surprised. And I understand that this white cream may taste good, but have you ever questioned what it's made out of? Well, Oreos have trans fat that increases the risk of heart disease. Oreos are also full of corn syrup, which can cause other health issues. Now I know these come in clutch, especially during breakfast, but Pop-Tarts have ultra processed ingredients, including corn syrup, high fructose syrup, and regular sugar. And it's even worse if you eat these in the morning because it's the first thing your body's ingesting. And next, y'all, is Doritos. So Doritos has food scientists that makes millions to create the powder, the texture, and the taste to make you want more. It pretty much sends signals to your brain of satisfaction, but the whole time it's just actually terrible for you. And for number 1, y'all, we have Skittles. This is probably the worst candy you can possibly eat. And I don't know if y'all remember this, but Skittles even had a lawsuit. This is so bad that California passed a bill banning some of the toxic chemicals inside Skittles. So eat these at your own risk. Now, if you want to see a video about the best snacks to eat, be sure to follow me so you don't miss that video, and y'all stay conscious.
If you knew what was really in these, I'm sure that you would agree with me. These should be illegal. Did you know that Doritos literally impact the same dopamine receptors in the brain as cocaine does? It's insane. And one of the number 1 ingredients in Doritos, you're not gonna believe this. And you can look it up. You don't even have to take my word for it. And I'm not sure that you could get any scarier than having Roundup weed killer be in something that you're eating, you're probably giving to your kids. But Doritos also doesn't just have 1 or 2 bad ingredients, it has 16 very dangerous ingredients. They're all right here, folks. Now, it gets even worse. This is how bad these really are. This is what they do to the human body. I'll wait while you read. Now, please, I beg you, tell me you're never gonna touch Doritos again. Visit my website, livingfullyalive.com, to learn more right now. I have a ton of free information on there.
Have you ever wondered what's actually hiding on your favorite snack? Today, we're putting a Dorito under the microscope. And trust me, you aren't ready for this. At first glance, it just looks like seasoning. But as we zoom in, things start to move. Look at these tiny, translucent creatures swarming the surface. These are mites. They are almost invisible to the naked eye, but under the lens, they look like something out of a horror movie. They thrive in dry foods and grain products. Just look at the sheer number of them. They are crawling all over the corn base and the spice coating. It makes you think twice about reaching for that next handful, doesn't it? We added a drop of solution to see them more clearly. And there it is. A high-definition look at our tiny, uninvited guests. Still hungry? Tag a friend who loves Doritos and follow for more microscopic reveals.
This is not meant for human consumption. I'm already kind of pissed off because I'm in Publix and I'm like seeing what people are exposed to. Look at this, corn, that's GMO. That'll show you right there. Vegetable oil, canola oil, soybean oil, sunflower oil, poison, poison, poison. Oh, it gets worse than this. Look at all the dyes. Red 40, yeah, that's been outlawed, but you're gonna still enjoy it. Look at all of these dyes. And if it's not bad enough, there's monosodium glutamate, which is an excitotoxin for our kids' brains. Have your kids go out and eat dirt because it's better than this. This absolutely should not be sold to humans. That is total poison. Does anyone eat this? It should absolutely be outlawed. Yeah, can't do it.
Disgusting facts you didn't know about processed foods, part 1. Hit the follow button first and watch this full video because one of these ingredients is actually sand. About 70% of our calories come from processed foods. That's 7 out of every 10 foods we eat have been altered with chemical ingredients. But here's the thing, they're highly addictive. That's why we can't put them down because they're designed to keep us coming back. Processed foods stimulate dopamine, which is a feel-good neurotransmitter that lights up your brain in similar ways that drugs do. Here's a list of foods most commonly linked to addictive eating behaviors, with ice cream, chocolate, pizza, and fries leading the way. A lot of processed foods have disgusting ingredients like titanium dioxide or E171, most commonly used in paints and sunscreens. Its function is to make food more visually appealing. You can find it in salad dressing, coffee creamers, and cake icing. And you won't believe this common ingredient in fast food and canned chili, silicon dioxide, but most people call it sand. Follow me for part 2.
berries in your fridge might have a much darker story than you think. Driscoll's controls a massive share of the U.S. berry market, and a large portion of their supply is tied to California's Pajaro Valley, one of the biggest strawberry growing regions in the country. But here's where it gets disturbing. This region has also been heavily associated with pesticide exposure. Every year, thousands of acres of farmland in the area are sprayed with chemicals used in conventional agriculture, and multiple researchers have raised concerns about links between pesticide exposure and childhood cancer, neurological issues, and developmental problems. So when people say, just eat more fruit, they're missing the bigger issue. Not all fruit is grown the same. The berries might look clean, the packaging might look fresh, but the farming practices behind them can tell a completely different story. And this isn't just about one brand. This is about how conventional produce is grown at scale, high demand, massive farms, heavy chemical use, and consumers left with almost no visibility. That's exactly why you need to start checking where your food comes from and how it's produced. Use the Neutron app to scan your groceries and see what's actually behind the products you're buying every day.
It has now been confirmed that America's #1 strawberry brand is directly tied to cancer. Driscoll's, which controls 1/3 of all U.S. strawberries, gets sprayed with up to 371 chemical pesticides before it ever reaches your family's table.
They are coating your children's strawberries in mosquito spray and marketing them as organic. Nearly every U.S. strawberry begins as a lab-engineered clone blanketed in Captain, the exact same chemical found in paint preservatives, submerged directly into fungicide baths, allowing 3 separate carcinogens to seep deep into the flesh. And that is only the beginning. Those berries then get bleached in chlorine and sealed inside plastic so thoroughly that no amount of rinsing can remove the residue. Nearly 1/3 of the strawberries Totsie scanned came back positive for bifenthrin, a chemical that has been directly linked to cancer. Scan what your children are eating before they take another bite. Comment Totsie to scan any food for free.
It has now been confirmed that America's #1 strawberry brand is
Get out. Get the hell out of my house. In Jesus' name, I pray.
What's the real reason behind the fake fruit in the USA? Dozens of Americans are reporting that the fruit they're being sold is fake. This viral frenzy started with TikTok videos showing rubbery avocados that don't brown, bananas that stretch like rubber bands, and blueberries that look like they're made of silicone. The avocado looks the most artificial, as it doesn't go brown after being left out to ripen and bends like Play-Doh. This has sparked a frenzy of videos and comments from TikTok users saying they've experienced the same thing. Reddit users theorize that this may be down to the fruit being genetically modified. Genetic modification might be changing what you're eating without you even knowing, to make the fruit last longer and look more appealing. Have you experienced this? Or do you think people are creating fake videos for views?
Something creepy is happening with fruit in America. Hundreds of people report buying strange produce at regular stores. All the fruit is rubbery and seems fake. This woman in the video bought a watermelon for her kids, but it turned out to be flexible and inedible. And this girl bought an avocado, and it was more like modeling clay. The same thing is happening with bananas. Normal bananas shouldn't bend like this, and this popular TikToker swears she got rubbery blueberries, and the whole pack was full of these rubbery berries. As a result, all of America is going crazy, saying that fruits are being pumped with growth hormones, supposedly on purpose to undermine people's health, and then sell large quantities of medicine for various diseases. Others are talking about organizing a mass protest against selling fruits in stores, and that you should only buy fruits and vegetables from farmers or grow them yourself. But the real horror began when videos of artificial meat started appearing. You can look it up on TikTok yourself and get ready to be shocked.
You're poisoning the people. This country does not care about its people. They only care about making the rich even richer. Health experts are calling on the United States to step up. We need to catch up with the rest of the world and ban these potentially dangerous additives to our food. Some people in third world countries eat better than us. And it's just sad, really. Last week, California became the first state to do something big. He took a major step to get rid of harmful chemicals in our food. And these chemicals in this food have been linked to cancer, and we should demand the same as a country. Governor Newsom signed the Skittles ban that includes a lot of different foods. It's pretty much a given that at least half the country will get cancer at some point in time if we don't do more. People's lives are on the line, and this is a sad truth.
I want to know why everybody is getting sick now, especially with the food. If you're a snacker and you love to eat snacks, you're gonna watch this, y'all. This is beyond disturbing.
How they really make the snacks you eat every day? Once you learn about this process, you might never buy them again. First, illegal factories secretly collect expired products from supermarkets that should have been trashed. Then they open packages, dump expired snacks into huge grinders, and pulverize even rotten, moldy items. Next, they add flavors, preservatives, and dyes to mask the foul smell and look of spoiled food. Using molds, they shape the mixture to look like new snacks. They print fake production dates on packages and seal them to appear fresh. These snacks then end up in markets and stores. Customers, seeing low prices and bright colors, buy them unaware they're eating garbage.
This is how many pieces of your child's favorite candy they can consume per year before they surpass their safe level of arsenic intake. They can have 16 whole Black Forest gummy bears per year. They can have 4 Laffy Taffies per year. 96 nerds a year. That's probably less than what's in one of those mini boxes they get trick-or-treating. They can have 24 nerd gummy clusters, 48 pieces of Sweet Tart Originals, 3 Sweet Tart Ropes per year, 12 pieces of the Trolley Sour Gummy Worms, 1.5 Hershey's Cookies and Cream Bars, 6 Jolly Ranchers per year, specifically the sour apple and the strawberry, 2 2/5 Kit Kats, 4 Twizzlers strawberry, but you're in luck if you like the cherry. If you like the cherry, you can have 8 whole cherry Twizzlers annually. When I eventually have children, I should really learn to make homemade gummy bears.
The most dangerous ingredient in the world is not sugar, it's not salt, and it's definitely not saturated fat. When we're talking about the ingredients in junk food, we're talking about the intention behind the ingredients. Every single ingredient in junk food is engineered to get you hooked, to get you addicted. Did you realize that there's patents for encapsulating the different flavor chemicals, which can range between 80 and over 150 different flavor chemicals just for one food alone? Some of these flavors are time released to create this wave, this spike, this burst in your brain of flavors, which is very unnatural, that will come up and come right down to make it impossible to just have one. Then we get to the synthetic sugars and the industrial starches, which are really sugars as well. A starch is really hidden sugar because it's a chain of sugar molecules. When you eat starches, you're eating hidden sugars. All this processed food has so much sugar, you're going to create a blood sugar spike, and then it's going to come down. And as soon as your blood sugar comes down, guess what you're going to want? You're going to want more sugar. People that eat processed food are hungry about an hour and a half after they eat it. When they're really not hungry, they just have low blood sugar. And you get ingredients for mouthfeel, the contrast between crunchy and creamy and various textures. Companies spend billions of dollars to create this amazing experience or sensation in your mouth from the lowest quality ingredients that they can possibly put into that thing. Because no one's going to eat industrial starches or sugars or seed oils. Unless you flavor them, you give them certain textures, you give them certain mouthfeel. The most dangerous ingredient in the world is actually not ingredients, it's how the ingredients are made.
Can someone please explain to me why American food standards are so different from other countries? Check out these foods that are not allowed in other countries, but allowed here. It's amazing because if you look at these foods, there are some ingredients in there that are so harmful to us, but yet the United States allows it. So now I'm curious, were there any foods that I listed that had ingredients in them that you never knew about that are harmful to your health?
America's fastest growing candy is legally made with car wax chemicals and crushed bugs. Consumer protection groups are warning parents about the behavioral altering chemicals, and 50 times the safe limit of arsenic is found in your children's snacks.
Those viral Nerds gummy clusters are legally painted with red 40 and yellow 5, synthetic petroleum dyes that require warning labels in Europe. To give them that famous crunch, they are coated in carnauba wax, the exact same compound used to polish cars, and that red color, it comes from carmine, a dye made entirely of crushed insects. You are feeding your family petroleum and bugs disguised as a sweet treat. We scanned dozens of everyday products with the Healthism app and flagged hundreds of cancer-linked carcinogens, hidden neurotoxins, and industrial additives hiding in plain sight. Comment app if you want to find safer alternatives.
using human fetal cells from aborted babies as a flavor enhancement in our food supply.
Pepsi was busted for doing that. Pepsi was using that as a flavor enhancer in their cola.
Yeah, PepsiCo is certainly one of them, but the list is very long, and it's important for everybody to download the flyer that we have on stopthecrime.net so you don't consume this aborted fetal tissue. What does it do? Well, it incites anger, and it literally rewires our brain as we cannibalize ourselves. The same thing, of course, which happened with mad cow disease when they were grinding up roadkill and other cattle and feeding it to the cattle. We're being fed our own species, and we must know the products that are certainly implementing this. So I'm going to just read some of this to you now. But again, I caution you when you type in the list of companies using fetal cells from aborted babies, which you can do. Again, the list of companies using fetal cells from aborted babies. You're going to see a very disturbing photograph. But Cinemix is listed on its website, and its partners decided to ignore the letter from the Right to Life group that was certainly organizing against the use of humans in the food supply. And sadly, the Right for Life group lost their bid to stop this during the Obama administration. Now remember, it doesn't matter who's president. Anyone could have been president at that time. We're a corporate structure. We're run by the corporation, and certainly PepsiCo is a massive corporation.